It's SacTown Movie Buffs TV with your hosts, Kier Stows and Bunny Stewart.
Hey everybody, it's your bestie Bunny Stewart from SacTown Movie Buffs TV, reporting live from Scottish Rite Masonic Center for Sinister Halloween Con 2024. Let's go see what they have. Hey everybody, it's your girl Bunny Stewart, and I am here at the Sinister Halloween Con with Miss Misery. Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you too. I can't help but notice all of these books that you've authored. That's incredible. How many books have you written?
I officially have 40.
Oh my goodness, prolific. Where can we buy them?
Oh, well, you can go to my website, lastdoorwayproductions.com, and from there you have links to Amazon or the Barnes & Noble pages, so you can buy them.
Oh, excellent. So, have you been out to Sacramento before?
Yes, I have. I've been to, I think, from 2008 when they did From the Land Beyond here. I've done Sinister. I did my own convention here called Days of Terror one year. Yes, and I love Sacramento. I really do. I love coming out here. It's great, and the people are awesome.
Oh my goodness, I absolutely feel you on that. Just you can't get more down to earth and salt of the earth and realistic people, and so many horror fans.
I love horror, and I love my horror fans, let me tell you. My ghouls and ghoulettes. I have my own show, Movie Massacre, so I have tons of fans who come out here to see me, get some DVDs, and obviously want to know what the next episode is, so it's fantastic.
Oh my goodness. So what can you tell us about the next episode?
Oh, it's going to be the Halloween Spooktacular episode, which will be hitting YouTube by next Friday.
Oh my goodness, we will have to watch that. So I see that you've also been in the Halloween Hall of Fame.
Yes, the Horror Host Hall of Fame. I was inducted a few years ago along with Bay Area host Mr. Lobo and Lord Bloodraw, which was very nice.
That's just fantastic. So what does it take to get inducted into the Hall of Fame?
Oh, years of horror hosting. I've been around since about 2007. So it's been a long time, but I'm in good company with John Stanley and Bob Wilkins and tons of fantastic horror hosts, so I was very excited to be inducted, and I still need to throw a party for that.
Well, please invite us when you do. So, well, it was great talking to you. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, I am so excited because she is signing Slasher Girl 1 and 2. And there is nothing I like better than a good vigilante story. So I cannot wait to sink my teeth into these.
You will love them.
Hi, everybody. It's your girl, Bunny Stewart from SacTown Movie Buffs TV. And I am here with Tony Palermo from Papa Roach. Epic!
Thank you for
Hi,
pronouncing
Tony.
my last name correctly.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I get Palmero.
Oh, no.
Whatever.
Oh, no. I don't even know how I knew that, but it just...
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Flawless.
Like yourself.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
It's too early for those compliments.
I'm so sorry. I'm in that weird moment where you have enough caffeine, but you want more.
You need more?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so Tony, tell us, what brings you here today? Obviously, we are so lucky to have you here, but
man.
oh my gosh.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Basically, my friend Brian, who runs a bunch of artists, talent, whatever you call it,
Brian.
He talked to me about, I did a thing for School of Rock, for his School of Rock in Palo Alto, played some drums for the kids, so he's like, hey, do you want to do this, Sinister convention? I'm like, I've never done anything like that, so it sounded pretty interesting. I mean, obviously been watching horror flicks since I was little, starting with probably Friday the 13th, the first, way
The
back,
Gateway.
80, 81 was it? I don't know.
Gateway horror?
Gateway, yeah. And so I just thought I'd give it a try, see what's up.
So this is your first one ever?
Very first, yeah. Yes.
Well, I'm very excited to be here for your first one ever.
Thank you. Yeah, it was cool. Yesterday was a pretty big day. I mean, I really didn't know what to expect, so I, had a lot of fans come up
I bet.
and just tell me stories about their first time with Papa Roach and listening and seeing us, and so it was cool to see the fans.
That's so
Unexpected, really.
unexpected,
Yeah,
really.
yeah. Well, because it's like, I mean, people are like, well, what does Papa Roach have to do with like horror flicks? But I will kindly remind people that bands do soundtracks.
Right?
So there's a little connection there. I mean, there's
absolutely.
music's and everything. So.
Well, and it's some of the driving force, and some of the best movies that
Yes.
I've ever seen have great soundtracks.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
tell me about your soundtracks in movies. Is that something that you have currently out, or are you looking to branch out into that?
Well, we've been on Queen of the Damned soundtrack.
Whoa.
And our singer Jacoby Shaddix acted in the movie Retaliators. So, in turn, we had a song on that movie as well. So
That's incredible.
there's a couple soundtracks out there, but
I feel like I really should have known that.
that's fine. That's fine. I'm here to update everybody.
Good. I need the update. So, what are your goals this year? Do you want to be in some films? Do you want to see? I think that you should also be in front of the camera. You have a great look.
Do you know what's funny? Oh, thank you very much. You know what's funny is I was actually in. Do you remember the show? Oh my God, what was it called? Oh, my brain is freaking out right now. It was Melrose Place. Remember Melrose Place?
I do.
So I had some friends that worked on that show, and they're like, hey, you should come in. I got off tour, and I didn't have anything going. I didn't have a job. So I went in, and the director's like, you should be the bartender. So the bar shooters. I was the bartender for like 6 episodes. So I had a little camera time. It was odd. I mean, obviously I love drumming more, but
Oh, right.
and there's a lot of similarities. Like we always say in the music world, you got to hurry up and wait. That's a big thing, like in touring, and I found that to be true. And on set as well, it's like get ready, and then you got to wait, and while everybody else gets ready. So there's some similarities there, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I prefer drumming, so I'm just sort of getting ready for our next year of touring.
Nice.
We've taken this whole year off, so.
So you must feel you look very well rested and happy.
I don't know. I had a late night last night, and I wasn't expecting that, so I'm pulling it off, I guess. I don't know. Got my game face on.
So how would people get a hold of you if they'd like to put you in their movie or talk to you about their soundtrack?
Oh, I mean,
Or their movie.
well, my Instagram, Tony P. Roach, that's basically a good contact. I'm always on Instagram. So, or our management is 10th Street. Ian at 10thstreet.com he's one of our managers.
Okay.
So, and our team is always looking for licensing, like to film for our soundtrack for songs. We have some new stuff coming out like next year. So it might be something where we'll find a soundtrack to place the songs. So we'll see.
Oh my gosh, well, I can't wait. Hey, it's your girl Bunny, and I'm here with Robert Strange from The Amazing. Look at this lineup. Stranger Things, Silent Hill, The Rings of Power from The Lord of the Rings, Penny Dreadful. So you're so handsome, and I noticed like you're in costume for a lot of these. I think they're missing out on this great bone structure. But
Yeah, I do tend to spend a lot of time covered up by various prosthetics, but yeah, I don't mind.
that's amazing. So what has been your favorite role so far?
Oh, that's like picking from a favorite child. That's very difficult. I'm very attached at the moment to Gloog. Let me show you. The lovely Gloog, who is from The Rings of Power.
Oh, he is lovely.
Season 2, because that just aired, so it only just finished showing on Prime Video, and he was quite special. I worked on Season 1 as a few orcs that popped up here and there, and then they asked me to return for Season 2, and he's the first kind of orc with a storyline that we've seen, an orc with an arc, as they said.
An orc with an arc. An orc with an arc. That's incredible. So what are you looking forward to this year? It sounds like you have big things happening with the orc with the arc. What else should fans expect?
Well, I've got a few things that have previously been filmed coming out, the most exciting of which is the new Silent Hill film, which is one of the draws here today at Horror Con, obviously. So yeah, I play the new Pyramid Head in Silent Hill 2, Return to Silent Hill, that will be out sometime next year. They haven't actually released the date yet, but that's very, very exciting. because it's a sequel to Silent Hill 1, which obviously the lovely Rosalind here is worked on. So we've met and bonded over that experience, working with Christoph, the same director, who's filmed these two films 20 years apart. But yeah, we filmed that last year and it's coming out next year, so people are quite excited about that, I think.
Oh my goodness. Well, welcome to Sacramento. Thank you so much for giving SacTown Movie Buffs Television your time, and it's been a real pleasure to meet you. It's an honor.
My pleasure too. Thanks for the sparkles.
Hi everybody, I'm here with Rosalind Bouguet of Silent Hill and Lorena Bobbitt. I saw that on there, so I actually saw you in that. So,
you did?
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
You were fantastic.
Thank you.
What is your favorite kind of role to play? Is it obviously like well, yeah. Tell me.
Oh my gosh. What's my favorite role to play? I just love playing. I mean, doing Silent Hill, it was so long ago, but the movement part of it and being the creative, the collaborative process to create that movement, I really enjoy. My favorite type of roles, it's tough because I love singing, I love dancing, I love acting. So my background is in music theater and film and TV, so it's kind of hard to pick, to be honest. Yeah.
Triple threat right here.
Oh yeah, triple threat. Yeah, like I've played in a lot of different genres, so it's hard to pick a favorite for me, to be honest.
I totally understand. Yeah. So you really collaborated on that. You were one of the creators of making that movement of the nurses. Oh my.
Yes, yeah. For the dance call, we were given direction, and there were probably like 100 girls there, and it was a word. I wish I could remember what the word was. And then he played a song, and then he was like, "Go," and then he would just kind of. The director would give us like little cues like, oh, be a little bit more tense, be a little bit more sharp, like things like that. So I don't know what the other girls were doing, but I was just embodying what I interpreted from that direction. So yeah, it was fun.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That was just, absolutely amazing collaboration with that.
Thank you.
So what do you have coming up this year, or anything that you're looking forward to releasing that you want to tell people about?
Oh, okay. Well, there's a great film called Fitting In that I think is streaming on Amazon and Netflix. You'll just have to Google it. Mommy Brain's a real thing. I'm a mom in real life. Of 3. And but something that just aired is season 2 of Accused, and I'm in episode 2, acting opposite Taylor Schilling. So that was a really cool thing to do. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. When did you wrap that?
It was in the summer at some point. Me and timelines are not the best, but it was this year, and it just aired Tuesdays. I don't know what time. I don't know. Tuesdays somewhere. Yeah.
Well, they'll just have to Google it, and
Yes.
it was just so wonderful speaking with you.
Thank you.
I passed you, but I was like, I thought literally you were like a 15-year-old who was like, I just was like, thought you were a very beautiful
Oh my gosh.
girl. So it was
Thank
so
you.
cool when I was like, oh my gosh, that's her. So fangirling a little bit again. I need to calm down. Sorry, but it was so nice to meet you. Thank you
Nice
so
to
much
meet
for
you
talking
too.
with us.
Thank you so much.
I am here with Alan Carnes, and oh boy, does he have a portfolio here. I don't know if the camera can catch all of these awesome pictures on the table, the masks behind him. So, how are you today?
Well, I'm actually doing really good, Bunny. Thank you for asking. I love coming to Sinister Creature Con. I've been doing it for years. I always have a blast meeting fans and people that love special effects, creatures, monsters, aliens, fantasy creatures, all that kind of stuff. So I've been doing special effects for about 18 years now, this upcoming December. I've been doing monsters, creatures, aliens, everything that's on my table. I've either made for a feature film or a short film, and I've also played a large number of the bigger creatures because I'm 6'5", so I'm sitting down, so that way you can get me better in the shot.
Right. He's sitting, by the way. I'm standing, if that gives you any perspective at all.
So but because of my height, I'm able to actually play a lot of monsters and creatures and beasts and fantasy and whatnot. In fact, I also opened up just this year my film ranch out in Igo County called Zobmine Film Ranch in Shasta County, and we just opened up this year, and we're going to be opening up to like horror films, fantasy films, westerns to come out and film on our property. So it's a lot of unique stuff like that. Actually, in our debut for Zob My Film Ranch, we ended up opening for my feature film that we're advertising here that we're still trying to raise money for, called Mirror of Humanity.
Can I grab
Yeah,
it?
please. Yeah, so we're trying to raise money for our feature drama thriller called Mirror of Humanity, about two friends that get lost in the Alaskan wilderness and are saved by a family of Sasquatch that actually help them with their survival, but they're met with a looming threat of a primal subspecies that they've wandered into their territory, and now there's an epic fight for survival that not only threatens the girls in the film's survival, but also the family as well.
Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to see that. So, what part are you playing in this? The creature and
I wrote the story and co-wrote the script. I'm directing the feature film, and also my son Caleb and I are Caleb and I, we're the same height. So
no way.
yeah, he's 17. It's his first actual big creature film role. I also play one of the creatures in the suit and doing suit acting and whatnot.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
That is so cool. It must be, how does it feel like being able to do it with your family?
I love working with my friends and my family, and that's the best part of this production. The hardest part about this production is raising the funds, because we're trying to raise $60,000 to finish the feature film.
Right.
And the hardest part that we're running into is that every producer I've talked to has said the same thing. They want nudity, they want gore, more gore, they want adult content, because that's what they think a Sasquatch movie should be. And Mirror of Humanity is more about drama, family, survival, and understanding the true meaning of what it means to be human. So we're trying to send more of a moral message. That's why we rated it PG-13, so little kids and adults can enjoy it.
Well, I absolutely love that, and I love the way that you're going with that as well. And I love that's a very beautiful outtake on Sasquatch. So please invest in his movie.
Thank you.
Sorry, he gave me a. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome to Sacramento. We're very glad to have you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
And right now we are talking to makeup artist Dan Acosta, who I have actually known for a long time now, and I've known how insanely talented you are. Now, we were going to do an interview with you, and then we went out of the way and did an interview with somebody else. And in the meantime, I come back and say, okay, where's your subject? And wow, you did this whole artwork while we were just down the way, just for 15 minutes.
Yeah, roughly, yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's just super quick. I mean, kind of fit the image, listen to his music a little bit, see what kind of stuff he would like, and that's what we came up with.
Wow, that's so cool. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
What's going on? I appreciate y'all interviewing us. I'm Lil Six, aka the Prince of Darkness. I'm from Sacramento, California. I make horrorcore gangster rap music. That spooky shit.
That's awesome. So if people wanted to get a hold of you for soundtracks for their horror movies or whatnot, how do they reach you?
I'm on all platforms under Lil Six. That's LILSICX. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Apple Music, YouTube, everything. Just look me up. I respond to all my DMs, comments, and emails. It's love.
Well, that's just wonderful. Thank you so much for giving me your time today and for being such an awesome model. And maybe we could have you on our show sometime.
For sure.
Yeah. So, Dan, what are you most excited about this year?
Oh, at this con, man, everything. I'm always excited coming here. Get to do makeup on cool people, get to meet some of the fans and whatnot. It's always positive energy. I love this place.
Yeah. Did you know that you were going to do makeup on Lil Sick?
Nope. I just went over here and said, hey, man, mind if I do your makeup? And he says, oh, let's do it. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a cool guy.
Right?
So, what is coming up in your future for this year? Like, what are you excited about?
Well, I got a couple things that I don't really want to say right now just because I don't want to jinx it.
Right, yeah.
But I got a couple big things coming up here in the next 3 months or so. So just be on the lookout for that.
Oh, believe me, I will.
Nice.
Sorry.
You're fine. Hey, I'll take it.
So, Dan, if somebody wants to book you for their horror film and get your excellent makeup services, how do they reach you?
It's simple. It's Happy Death FX on Facebook, or you can go to cheesenipper.com on Instagram, or you can just look me up on Google.
Nice.
Pretty easy, pretty easy.
So, what would you tell someone just starting out and wanting to get a career in effects makeup?
Don't give up. No matter what happens or how frustrated you feel, just keep going, man, because sometimes you can come back and look at those frustrations and you see something out of it. Or you realize that, oh, it wasn't that bad at all. So, basically it comes back, you can make something out of that.
That's so wonderful. Well, thank you so much for talking to us. Thank you so much for, sorry.
No worries.
Thank you so much for talking with us, and we will see you soon. Thank you so much for joining us at SacTown Movie Buffs Television, and I'm just so honored to be speaking with you today. How do you like Sacramento?
I've been to Sacramento a number of times. To this convention, maybe a decade ago, I recall going to a Star Trek convention in Sacramento. I used to have relatives that lived here. A first cousin who was also one of my best friends when I was a kid. He lived in Carmichael here. Oh, yeah. And my brother, who may he rest in peace, worked here for quite a number of years. He sold ads on radio.
Oh my goodness.
So he worked for a radio station, clear channel radio station here, and was very successful at it.
So your opinion on the Coke Zero ad takes on a new dimension as someone with experience about advertising.
My brother had the experience with it. The great thing about it was when he used to sell advertising for a radio station down in Southern California, when I was like a teenager back in the late 60s, early 70s, he'd come and visit with us. He was much older than me, 14 years old. He'd come with a stack of 45s, say, here. And I would have this library of known and more obscure 45s. It was really kind of a really awesome thing to happen.
That is really cool. He sounds like a very cool big brother, and may he rest in peace. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Thank you.
So we're so excited that you are giving us your time, and I would like to hear about what's your passion in life these days?
Well, my passion is just living a good, easy, simple, uncomplicated life. I'm at a point where I don't really want to be too busy with anything. I enjoy my leisure time, and I love my family and my dog and my guitar.
You play acoustic guitar?
I play acoustic guitar, yeah. I actually perform with, I'm a member of a Star Trek Rat Pack. If you're a Star Trek fan, we play familiar tunes, but with Star Trek lyrics, and we perform at Star Trek conventions all over the country. And in fact, we made an album after 10 years of performing, so you could go to StarTrekRatPack.com and buy an LP. Pretty cool.
That is amazing, and I'm sure people would be very excited to do that.
Oh, it's very popular, but yeah, and we're very proud of it.
What kind of music is it?
Well, it's kind of a mixture of styles. Because we're the Rat Pack, we kind of tend to do some sort of crooning, kind of Sinatra-esque sort of covers, but with Rat Pack lyrics. But we also do some rock-tinged stuff and maybe a little bit of show tunes, things you've heard, but with lyrics you've never heard. Yeah.
That sounds amazing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, one of us is a lyricist. We call him the Al Yankovic of Star Trek.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to hear this. So, you said where we could find it. Okay, so you like Life of Leisure. What would you say your greatest accomplishment for yourself? It doesn't need to be material success. It could just be, something that brought you great joy that you've accomplished in your career.
My two beautiful daughters, they're grown women now, and they are turned out to be spectacular people, and deeply pleased and comforted by that.
You know, that is just wonderful, and it says a lot about you.
And my wife, and you know, as anybody who has kids knows, there are times when you go, "Hey, what's going on here?" But everything turns out. You just kind of keep your sea legs, and you'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm going through that right now. I have a 16-year-old, so it's
boy or a girl.
Well, you know, it's complicated.
Okay.
Which is part of the journey for me. So
yeah, it's a difficult thing because there's a spectrum there in terms of what you have to sort of you know, manage. I know what you mean.
yes, there is, and I wish there was a handbook. I wish a different generation had gone through this instead of me, honestly. But so, as a parent myself, I can really appreciate, you know, that your children have got, you know, grown up
They've
and
blossomed into really good people. So that's a good thing.
Wow. So that is so beautiful, and I know that people also want to know what you like in your work life, in your career. What would you say your biggest success in your career?
I would say you know, when I first started out, I was taught that, and this is specifically, at least at the time, was about theater, that you will survive in the theater by being as diversified as you can be, not thought of as just one thing. And so I'm most proud that at least I've kind of been able to do that in my career. I've got a big foot in Star Trek, and the other foot's in horror, and I've done other genres besides that, as well as voiceover work, and so the variety of my career is what I'm most proud of. You know, there's a lot of actors who are like, "Oh, that guy, and he does that, and he always does that, and he's really good at it, but he always does that." I kind of prefer, like, wait a minute, who is that? Oh, that's him again, but he's so different.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
That's the biggest compliment for me.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a real pleasure talking to you.
Nice talking with you, and lovely to be back here in Sacramento. Hope to come back sometime soon.
Well, we are so happy to have you. Thank you for coming.
You know, go Dodgers. That's all. You don't have nothing to say about that.
Nope. Thank you so much for joining SacTown Movie Buffs Television at Sinister Halloween Con 2024.